It's a Saturday evening, day 2 in the Royal City, the Pink City. And it ain't no surprise that tonight we'll be in the midst of Kabaddi royalty. Day 38, it's day 2 in leg 7 of season 10. The best raider we have this season, the number 2 team this season, the defending champions in front of their home crowd will look to extend their 7-match unbeaten streak. But it's their turn to walk into the lion's den. Teams have tried, teams have failed. Will the Panthers be the answer to the Puneri Paltan juggernaut? They're the number 1 team, a young bunch of fearless bandits that just seem to have all the answers. It's number 1 versus number 2. It's the Paltan against the Panthers. And right after that is the war of stars. The greatest raider we have in the game, Pandit Narwal and the Yodhas, with plenty of questions to answer. But in front of them is the biggest tiger we have in Pro Kabaddi. Mighty Money and the Bengal Warriors languishing in number 9 on the points table. It's number 9 versus number 10. Featuring 2 of the biggest raiders the game has to offer. It's Pardeep versus Mighty Money. It's the Yodhas against the Warriors later this evening on a massive Saturday evening in the Pink City. Hello and welcome. A very good evening to all our viewers. Welcome to the Savai Mansingh Indoor Stadium. We're coming to you live from Jaipur. Navneet Krishna here in the company of Padamjit Sherawat and in the company of Abhishek Bachchan as well. Here's the big story for tonight. It's the number 1 raider in the league versus the number 2 raider in the league. Have a look at those points. Close to 1,700 points for the record breaker. Over 1,300 for Mighty Maninda. They both know a thing or two about lifting PKL titles in the past. And this is the next big story. It's the number 1 raider in the league this season versus the number 1 defender. Now, doesn't that make for a massive Saturday evening?
It does. And what will lift it is the fact that Arjun Deswal in the long run has had a better record to prove against Shadlu. Recently, it has been neck and neck. Big story number 3. Unbeaten streak, 8 matches, 7 for the opponents. This is how tight it's going to be. On the points table, it's number 1 versus number 2. It is the defending champions who are at 2. Threatening them majorly is a team full of brave hearts. You touch one, you face all. They stand tall. Getting battle ready at the moment are the mighty Puneri Paltan.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are young, they are vibrant, and they are here to win. Give it up for Puneri Paltan!
Many believe that this could well be the most dominant performance we've ever seen any team come up with in the history of PKL. It's a young team led by a young captain that have absolute disregard for reputation. They're creating a name for themselves. They're breaking the norms. They're challenging the templates we've had for many years. Puneri Paltan are the team to beat. An 8-match winning streak. At the moment, they have annihilated anyone that have come their way, and that's why the green's on your screen.
They beat the Giants by 20 points, Bulls by 25, Patna by 18, Titans by 36. Talk about the numbers, and the numbers are big. Talk about the hunger is huge. It's a very young team led by this man who is right there in the center, the nucleus of the side. Abhinesh Natarajan, fantastic. Don't just look at the number of tackle points, look at the assists that he gives. Sanket Sawant, good combination. Talk about Pankaj Mohite, can also give you tackle points at a strike rate of 80+. Mohit Goyat can give you tackle points at a strike rate of 70+. Shadlu can give you raid points at a strike rate of 80+. So we're talking about a job which comes to them as the second job. Their primary job for Shadlu is left corner, and he can be deadly. Talk about the other team who's getting battle ready at the moment. They are the defending champions. Arjun's at 4 back-to-back silver tens. Who will win tonight? We'll find out.
He's got his eye on the trophy. He is Arjun Deswal, and he plays for Jaipur Pink Panthers.
You're talking about the defending champions. You are talking about Arjun Deswal, somebody who can be effortless. You're also talking about the flavor that this Savai Mansingh Stadium is giving at the moment, amidst a huge round of applause, amidst people who want to store these memories in their phones. Abhishek and his boys are ready. The good thing is, Navneet, he goes wherever the team goes.
And that passion is just wonderful to see, Paddy. You know, what that gives is a plenty of encouragement, and it tells you what this team is all about. With the owner showing that kind of interest and support, it means so much to this team, and an opportunity for them to give everything that they have, and they have to. Now have a look at the starting 7. Arjun Deshwal's obviously there. Make your own team. You might want to have Arjun Deshwal for sure, and there's a certain Sunil Kumar, who's great. Reza Mir Bagheri was fantastic in the cover region. Saul and Ankush in the corners. And Abhishek is there as well. It's a good team. They are the defending champions. They're number 2 on the points table. As far as our players to watch out for is concerned, the showman from Iran. He loves the spotlight and he loves a big challenge. Tonight, he's up against the biggest raider. Tonight, it's Shadlu's turn.
Dream 11 player to watch out for. He's free-flowing and he's mind-blowing. He can be a river and he can be a storm. He is Arjun Deswal.
Let's just put it out there. This might just be one of the biggest games in the season just yet, because it's the best defender against the best raider, and at the moment it's just in favor of Arjun Deswal. I'll tell you something, don't be surprised if that turns tonight, because Shadlu loves a challenge, and tonight might just be his biggest one.
Oh yes, you talk about Shadlu, you talk about the costliest player, talk about just defenders right there from the auction, and he's just proving worth every bit of penny that has been invested in. The coin went up a short while back. Jaipur Pink Panthers, the defending champions, have won the toss. They've chosen court, and that will mean Puneri Paltan will be raiding first.
Line drawn. Game on. Kabaddi.
Yes, Kabaddi, now Kabaddi, 8 Kabaddi, 7 Kabaddi, 6 Kabaddi, 5 Kabaddi, 4 Kabaddi, 3 Kabaddi, 2 Kabaddi, 1 Kabaddi.
Oh yes, this is a certified blockbuster. The coach knows the challenge that lies in front of him. It's not going to be easy, because up against them is a team which has just lost 1 game in the season. They are the table toppers. The score difference tells you the story. They've got raiders who can do it like this. Easy. You don't need to be breezy. You're crazy.
Wow, 7 seconds into the match, and Aslam Inamda tells you why he is the next big thing in Indian Kabaddi. That is some move, and he finds Reza Meet Bagheri. Just a little too slow. Proper start this from the Paltan.
And that tells you something about that team, that they do it so effortlessly. All right, it's not an Arjun Deswal coming into raid. Okay, surprise, surprise right here. And it is Shubham Shelke.
Number 20 out.
Oh, well done. The surprise actually has paid off. Gaurav Khatri out of bounds.
He steps into the lobby even without a touch. But that's very interesting, Paddy. Like you mentioned, no Arjun Deswal to kickstart proceedings. In fact, Shubham Shelke comes in place of Ajit Kumar. Now take a look at the right of your screen. It's Gaurav Khatri just getting into those lobbies.
Yeah, without a touch, you cannot enter those lobbies. They're back to full strength at the moment. One touch point brings about a revival as well. Lobbies. And that is Sahul on the bench.
1 point. Puneri Paltan.
Now just strap yourself, ladies and gentlemen. This Saturday evening, we're going to witness some proper skills here. This is some serious talent on display. Look at that for a immaculate running hand touch on Sahul in that right corner.
Now, Mohit Goyat for me has not got a Super 10, but he does not need to get a Super 10. Talk about Arjun Deswal, talk about 8 points away from being in that club of 800 rate points and more. Very soon we'll be talking about the fact that 1000 rate club, if not this season, beginning of next season, season 11, Navneet.
100%. That is why. Oh, pursuit. No, but wait, I think he's going to be sent back to just come back once again, but he's picked up Shadlu. Now, that's a little contest that'll be brewing all match long. The number 1 raider versus the number 1 defender, and it's Arjun that draws first blood.
Hefty. Normally, you don't see Shadlu taking evasive action into the body. Big touch, hefty one, and hefty point as well. Jaipur Pink Panthers are up by 1. But for how long? That is the question, because Puneri Paltan strike, and they strike early and soon and fast.
This is a repeat of the finals of last season. This is a repeat of the first match of this season. Last year, in the final, it was the Panthers. In the first game this season, it was the Paltan. And if there's one team that's going to push the Paltan, it is the Panthers.
Raider out 1 point. Jaipur Pink Panthers.
Sahul pounces, and it is the captain he's taken care of. It is a back hold. He had so much time, he was not even thinking about the feet. And you must never test how deep the water is with both your feet anyways.
They have destroyed anyone in sight this season, this team. Teams have come, teams have tried, teams have failed. But if there is going to be one stiff test, it's going to come from the Panthers. They're already up in a lead now.
Yeah, winning streak of 8 games, that is the reason. The oneness of purpose.
1 point.
They just hate the sight of a raider. Trip ended.
Oh my word. Proper blows on both sides of the mat already. This is some contest. We were building this to be maybe one of the biggest games this season. It's here.
4 to both teams at the moment. Next revival. You come back in the same order as you go out. Aslam, Mustafa Inamdar, the young captain of that side. Pankaj Mohite. It is because of Pankaj that Akash is not getting too many chances this time around. And that's the sort of luxury Navneet they have with them.
Puneri Paltan.
Yeah, you put Aslam and Mohit on the bench, you still have a Pankaj Mohite, you still have an Akash Shinde, maybe a Shandlu. They just keep coming at you like we mentioned. Look at that, just sheer skill. He has lots to offer, Pankaj Mohite.
And who does he offer to? He offers it to the best in the business. One of the top right cover defenders, a very good captain, somebody who knows how to handle the boys very well. Arjun Deswal, 11 matches, 212, 8 points, 120 men alone. So that's the reason, if he goes out, it means a lot.
Jersey number 4 out.
This will come. A few errors will come from this defensive unit. They're the number 1 defensive unit this season. Puneri Paltan averaging close to 16 tackle points every game. Some of these advanced tackles will come, Paddy, and they'll give a few points in the process. But they shouldn't be doubting themselves, even if that does happen.
They won't, Navneet, because one thing from them is there's always clarity in the mind. There's no confusion there. There's no traffic in the mind. Sometimes it will not pay off, but that's fine. That's the price you pay for being aggressive. And that's the best brand of Kabaddi that you bring onto the mat, the fearless brand of Kabaddi that they play.
That's what's made them stand out this season. They're just a young bunch of absolutely fearless rock stars, athletes that has backed themselves no matter who's in front of them, even if it's the number 1 raider of the season.
Yeah, the hunger to do more, be more, achieve more, and you touch one, you face all. This sport rewards quick decision making, and they pounce in a jiffy. 6 to Jaipur Pink Panthers, 5 to Puneri Paltan. This is going to be, if this is tight going into the last 2 minutes, this is going to be one of the best games we've seen in the season.
I was coming to that, Paddy. It was one of those things that I wanted to come to a lot earlier than I often do. I know this is a tough game to predict. I'm going to ask you, 5 minutes into this matchup, who's your money on?
No, money is not on anyone, but what my heart says...
You need to give me a name?
I'll give you a name. My name is going to be Puneri Paltan. I also predicted in the show by 7 points. I would love to be proven wrong because the way it has gone so far. You know, the one thing with Puneri Paltan is, just as we were waxing eloquence on them, it is an error, not by 1, but by 2.
Jaipur Pink Panthers.
I'm going to make things a little interesting, Paddy, here. And sometimes I just think the law of averages catch up. I'm going to back the Jaipur Pink Panthers tonight.
Lovely. Good to see that. And the hooter tells you only one thing. This is going to be a do-or-die raid. Now, as you think, so shall you be. You are here for a purpose. What is the point he needs to prove? He can prove it by picking a point. It's a high-line defense that is not even giving him a chance of a bonus. Does the bonus exist? Yes! The point also exists. Reza Mir Bagheri says no. Aslam says yes.
Puneri Paltan.
He's gotten that point. He was so ready with the review. Had it not gone his way, he was ready to go in with that. But Reza is the one that will walk back. He's already gotten Reza a couple of times, Aslam Inamda. This was last season. This was when Arjun Deshwal lit the mat on fire in season 9. Fazal Atrachali played for Puneri Paltan. It was a game, it was a night where Abhishek Bachchan tasted victory for the second time with the Panthers.
Yeah, the only team to actually, second team to won it more than once. First team, of course, the team which is going to play tomorrow. That's 3-time champions, Patna Pirates. Number 1 champions, number 9 season champions are Jaipur Pink Panthers.
Pankaj Mohite, he's given us some special moves this season. Not on this occasion, though. He had to go deep in that left corner to try to make contact on that defender. But he fails to do so because there's a good support coming in from the right side. Sunil was there.
And I think because Ankush was able to take evasive action well in time, he let the kick finish. Normally, if there's a touch in the chest, then the action stops there. You don't have to just take it up. But with the momentum, he had to take it up because he could not touch anything. So it gave more time to the cover defender to come down. Tries the kick yet again on the way through. Raider is not claiming anything. And they're saying he goes into the lobbies without a touch. And that's a penalty for you.
This might be a point for Puneri Paltan, Paddy, but the fact that they're trailing in itself is some news because they haven't seen headlights for a while. They just haven't seen it because they haven't been trailing, I don't know for how long now. And so 9 minutes into this match, Panthers will say, job well done.
Yeah, I mean, they always believe in one mission, demolition. But you just give them a 5-minute good phase, and it can be a score difference of 10 points. That is how good they are. Has he done it? He thinks he has. When the official is counting, that is the best sign for a Raider. He is very confident. They have a look of agony on their faces. And this is a mighty good raid. Off he goes, uses the lobbies. Was some part of the body inside the mat?
I think his feet were still inside. He's mighty quick. He's got ridiculously quick feet, Aslam Inamdar. And so he will have to step into the lobby because he's the man in question until we have an
1 point.
official verdict. It goes in favor of the Panthers. Will Paltan review this now?
Yes, please come. What is your challenge? Bonus plus 2 points. Okay, please. TV umpire, Puneri Paltan challenge, Raider save, bonus plus 2 points. Our decision, Raider out. Please review.
Okay then, Paddy. Not even 10 minutes into this match, the review being taken. But it's 3 points in question, according to the Paltan.
Yeah, it's a massive moment because sometimes it's that one tiny little moment that can play a huge impact on the outcome of the game. He is very sure about it. And I think if he's sure, that's the reason I also trusted that just maybe very, very good going their way. Now, bonus is not there for sure. Bonus is just not there. Now, does that touch happen before that? Look at the right hand Navneet. Bonus for sure. No. He doesn't slide the foot any more than what you see there, and the right foot has landed, so bonus is not there. On the way through, there is a touch, and then he goes into the lobbies. That is fine for me. Now the question will be, when the hand is... No, and the hand also comes from outside. Does the hand come in from inside? Is the leg inside? I don't think so, Navneet. I think he'll be out.
Is there a part of his leg that's still inside in the orange lobby when he makes contact? Now, this is what you want to see. There you go. At that moment, is there some part of the leg under Reza Mir Bagheri that's inside?
If at all there is, look where the hand comes from. The hand actually comes from outside. You need to slide your hand from inside. The hand is coming from outside. Because the hand is coming from outside, even if the foot is inside, he will not get it. He needs to slide that hand from inside the playing area.
Okay, thank you. Review unsuccessful. Raider out. 1 point. Jaipur Pink Panthers. Captain, no more reviews. Your review is over.
Well explained, Paddy. And it's a review that's been lost now. Not even 10 minutes into the match. Puneri Paltan have lost their review and they won't have one for the rest of the game. And it's a 3-point lead for the Panthers against Puneri Paltan. We haven't had an opportunity to say that for a long, long time.
And I think that will bring about some semblance to affairs, because at least something has been taken away from them. But they'll still bounce back. Arjun. He's got 5 so far. He can be very dangerous. Watch out for Shadlu. That's the battle we are talking about. Don't go to Shadlu. It doesn't mean Shadlu will not come to you. He will come to you. He will not stay quiet for long.
Just the one tackle point for the best defensive team 10 minutes into this matchup. They've managed to keep the defenders quiet. Mohit Goyat now, he is a special talent. He's been absolutely remarkable in offense and defense this season, but he'll be happy going back quietly in this raid. Oh, what a riveting contest it's been so far. The two top teams of the league. Everyone will be watching it closely. Time for a Patanjali special Chavanprash strategic timeout. Don't go anywhere. This is number 1 versus number 2.
बोनस भी नहीं करेगा और ये नहीं करेगा ये इधर ही आएगा शुभम शिल के तुम गैप कवर करना गैप कवर करो और इधर भी जाके डीप टच किया तो ले लो थोड़ा पीछे भी थोड़ा नजर रखो बहुत ज्यादा एडवांस भी नहीं है देख के पीछे दिखाना टाइम मार देना प्रेशर नहीं लेना सेकंड मैन टच किया समझ लो झुके रहना सेकंड मैन में एंकल लगा बोनस का
In this very crucial game between the table toppers, we're coming out of the Patanjali special Chavanprash strategic timeout. 3-point lead for Jaipur Pink Panthers, and then the War of Stars awaits you. This is going to be mighty money versus the record breaker Pardeep Narwal. Both players not in top form, Navneet, but champions wear the bruises with pride.
Absolutely. I think there's a little war that each of them are fighting with themselves at the moment in the mind. They haven't been a shadow of what they're capable of, Pardeep and Mani. Hopefully tonight they turn things around. Here's a tough move so far, 10 minutes into this matchup, and it comes from Arjun Deshwal as he takes the showman from Iran by surprise with a great lunge forward and a fabulous hand touch on Shadlu in that left corner.
It's going to be a mouth-watering one. Shadlu will bounce back soon. We've seen him do that. 1-0 so far. But we still have 30 minutes of enticing affair to be witnessed still. 4 men on the mat for Puneri Paltan. Now this is Jaipur Pink Panthers' golden opportunity. Strike an all out soon, hit them hard, and let's see how they respond.
Not many teams have inflicted all-outs on Puneri Paltan. If you're able to do that, give yourself more than just a pat on the back, because you're dealing with the best defensive unit over here. And if you can let them go all onto the bench, that is some doing. 1-on-4 at the moment. That's why they're number one. God of Khatri. An assistance from Iran's superstar, Shadlu.
39th tackle point of the season for him. Shadlu with the assist. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Some things are so simple to understand, Navneet. Talking about Shadlu, comes into raid. He has got 15 raid points to his name. He also has 2 super raids. He can scale over the mighty Fazal Atrachali when he's raiding, and that to me was a historic moment yesterday.
Oh, that was a massive move, a stunning jump from Shadlu over the master, his master, Aslam Inamda. He's watching from the sidelines, from the bench. He hasn't had to warm that bench for too long this season. 4 minutes so far in the 11 minutes that we've had, but that's okay. I don't think they're going to fret too much. Still very evenly fought this contest.
Yeah, and Navneet, have you ever seen Shadlu getting tackled when he's raiding? Now that's my question for you. Prepare an answer. For the moment, the defense is preparing for this do-or-die raid, and it is upon the mighty Mohit Goyat, who gets very, very good in these situations. He understands that this is the time when he'll have to beat out his message, pluck up the courage. The defense has to wait. The raider has to hurry, and that is done. Absolutely well done.
Raider out, bonus point, Puneri Paltan. Raider out, 1 point, Jaipur Pink Panthers.
You walk into the Lions' den and you take them on, head on. This is positive, with intent from the defending champions. Once again, it's back to 1-on-4. It's still a 2-point lead, a slender lead. Now Arjun Deshwal's turn.
God of Khatri that side. Beware of him. Shadlu again is crouching low. Will the kick come? Will the toe touch come? As he goes towards Khatri, he pushes Shadlu back yet again. So many battles happening on the mat of Kabaddi. We are loving this contest because this is between the table toppers.
They've just absolutely obliterated anyone that's come their way. 36-point wins, 25-point wins. Last night, they annihilated the Giants by 20 points. They don't just win, they win big. But tonight, it's a whole different ballgame. Up against the defending champions, they're at it. A deficit of 2 at the moment. Like we said, they haven't seen taillights for a long, long time. They don't trail these Paltan boys.
And they don't look for individual glories either. We speak about the 3 of them, all 3 on the bench at the moment. That's the reason Jaipur Pink Panthers have a golden opportunity. And this is a do-or-die raid. Shadlu! Shadlu! Twice unsuccessful. I don't think Arjun has done the damage. He came close to doing it twice. It is a matter of millimeters. We'll take a look at this one now. Nidhi pounces. First attempt on the line shot. Does it again on the line yet again short because the defense is standing tall.
So close, yet so far for the best raider this season. Wow. This is some contest. It's a 1-point game now. And Pankaj Mohite is back on the mat.
Navneet, I think Jaipur Pink Panther should have taken a review. He tried that thrice. I think there was one instance he just may have been very successful.
Let's take another look at this now. There you go. No, but has he made contact though? Or is his fingers there? He was dragged back, Paddy. I don't think he made contact with the purple side of the purple mat on the other side.
I'm with you on that, but nevertheless, it would have been a very interesting review. Okay, here he comes. In a mandatory situation, you must understand, sir, that it is a do-or-die raid always for one team, Shubham, and that is the team that is raiding.
And they're back on level terms. Let's take another look at this once again. Oh, goodness gracious me. That is as close as it gets. Wow. And he probably would have had 2 defenders making contact with him, Paddy, so it could have been 2 points on the other side. Agonizingly close for Arjun Deshwal.
And that would have made a difference of 3 points. So suddenly, that score line would have read 13-10 or maybe 14-10. So now suddenly, look at the force that they're back in. They're back to 6 men on the mat. Rightly said when you were mentioning that it's so very difficult to inflict an all-out on that team.
Bhavani Rajput comes in as the second raider for the Panthers. Aslam Inamdar, Pankaj Mohite and Mohit Goet, Paddy, they're all equally potent as raiders. It's almost like they don't have a primary, secondary and tertiary raider. They're all equally explosive, equally capable of picking up points. Now, when you look at that on the Panthers side, you wouldn't say that all three of them are as potent as an Arjun Deshwal. That is why they're such a good team, Puneri Paltan.
And that is why Arjun Deshwal becomes so very important. And that is why this hooter will again tell us that this is a moment of merriment. For who know? We don't know. Navneet doesn't know it. I don't know it. But at the moment I can say is without a touch into the lobbies is a sin. Go to the sin bin.
This is my worry, Paddy. I feel this is where, if you keep Arjun Deshwal quiet, where will the points come from? Because no other Raiders is even looking close to picking up points as easy as Arjun Deshwal is. On the flip side, these guys have the wealth of options, and it's almost unfair that they have these kind of options.
And that is also a message to other Raiders from other teams that suddenly that's an error, and that will just make life easy for Puneri Paltan. My point is,
Puneri Paltan, jersey number
Arjun
11,
last
and one out.
time he played against this team scored 78 points. Arjun today has got 5. Arjun's been tackled twice, all right. Arjun may just get a super 10. So it's not that you can't score super 10s against this defense. You can. Just have to match fire with fire.
And get support. He doesn't get support in raid, and that's been the problem. The reason why Arjun Deshwal scores 55% of the points for the Panthers is because it's his defense that retrieves him and gets him back on the mat. Now, Roff super tackle opportunity, chance for the Panthers, but more importantly, a chance for Paltan to inflict that first all-out.
Sahul one side, Ankush the other side. Ankush is moving more than Sahul is. He throws Ankush away. On the retreat, well done, boys. They're doing a very good job. That's what Ankush is telling Sahul. Stay away. Has he got the touch? Yes. And now Ankush has to pounce. No. Now, why was Sahul going out?
Puneri Paltan.
Was he out of bounds? If a touch was inflicted on him, we'll come back on that later. For the moment, all out actually means that all in, but you may not get a second chance to make a dream home, but the sport of Kabaddi offers you a lot of chances.
There you go. Before the touch was made, he went into the lobby. That's why Sahul couldn't take part in the rest of the raid. Paddy, 3 minutes ago, it was 11-all. Have a look at the score now. A 7-point lead in a matter of a couple of minutes. There you go. In the last 5 minutes, 9 points. This is how they do it.
So now two things there. Navneet and I were talking about this a short while back. This can happen. You give them a phase of 5 minutes. Forget about 5 minutes. Give them a phase of 2 minutes. They'll run away with the game. The second thing is, Navneet, quickly, this is the other delight. He goes. He comes. He conquers. He is Shadlu for you. That is a great bit of ability. For that, he does not even need to seek permission from his captain. Pursuit, big, kick, rises, on the way through, one more, touches, oh ho ho.
The audacity of Mohammad Reza Chiane. He just may be the next big thing in Pro Kabaddi. It will be the passing of the baton, really, because in that left corner, he's a dynamite. In raid, he's a rock star. And this Puneri Paltan team, Paddy, they are redefining the way we watch Kabaddi, the way we play the game. This is some team.
They are becoming a timeless classic in a world full of trends. There are two classics onto your screen. We'll be watching the two of them, Mighty Money versus record breaker Pradeep Narwal, up next in the War of Stars. Every Saturday, that is what we get you. And Navneet, let me just stick my neck out and say this on air. I've never seen any team in the last 10 seasons as invincible, as ruthless, as merciless as the Puneri Paltan are. Do they have a unit of superstars? No. They have a unit of brave hearts who just do not know what throwing in the towel means.
And Paddy, you were there from the first ever match that was played in 2014.
First ever raid.
Absolutely, from the first raid up until now. And we were just talking for everyone watching. We were just having a discussion in the build-up to this matchup with the broader team, wondering if there has ever been a more dominant performance by any team in the history of the league. And the fact that a lot of folks who were a part of that discussion, who've been a part of PKL from season 1, unanimously said that this might just be the most comprehensive performance we've ever seen from any team. They're on an 8-match winning streak. It could well be 9 today, Paddy. It tells you a lot about what we're seeing, and it's a fearless young team.
And it was only that fear that was inserted in the mind of mighty Arjun, who in this do-or-die raid does not even do the simple things right. Without a touch, into the lobbies, pays the penalty, suddenly the lead is 9 points. You know, you were reading out those numbers a short while back. They beat Bengaluru Bulls by 25. They beat Telugu Titans by 36. They beat Puneri Paltan by 80, Patna Pirates by 18. They beat Giants only yesterday by 20. When they win big. They don't play small. When I have a bad day, they win by 5, 6, 7. So I'm just thinking, if at all they need to lose, where? For that to happen, they'll have to play 30% of their kabaddi and the other team will have to play 100% of their kabaddi.
Is there a chink in this armor? We'd love to hear from you. Get onto the social handles. Drop in your comments if you believe this is the greatest team you've seen so far. And truth be told, we didn't see this coming. Because it's a young team with a new captain. It could have so easily been very different. It could have been Pune in the second half of the points table, but it isn't. They have just been in a league of their own, and they have 11 other teams playing catch-up. 20 minutes into this matchup, 15 minutes, it was a level playing field, and at the moment, it's already a 9-point lead for Puneri Paltan.
And this man's going to be very, very crucial. They've tackled him thrice already. Arjun is stuck on 5. He can easily get to a super 10, no doubt about that. Talk about this contest that we've been building up. That's the first touch. And it was 1-0 in favor of Arjun. Arjun gets it on the way. The pursuit was there. Then Shadlu was waiting for him. Shadlu was saying, okay, I have to get you. Goes for the double thigh hold. It ends up into a double ankle hold. He was coming close to scoring. Not once, not twice, but thrice. But the point belonged to Shadlu, and the point belonged to Puneri Paltan. You talk about phase-wise, there's never a dip in there. But the best phase actually is the one that will be coming up next. Phase number 3.
He needs to make it count. He only has the 5 points so far from the first 20 minutes. Remember, he picked up 17 the last time these two teams met. We're far from done. Expect the defending champions to come back and come back hard. And you don't want to go anywhere even after the next 20 minutes, because the big boys of Kabaddi are in the house, Pardeep and Mani. But first up, we've got the second 20 in a massive contest. Come back soon.
बोनस तरफ आ रहा है वो कब अभिनेश को डोज देगा ना
नहीं भाई, अरे 2 में भी वो थक गया था, रेड करता पता कहाँ जाकर आउट हो गया यार। क्या इतना लंबा ग्राउंड है, वो उसमें भी दम आउट हो, तो साइड में आउट हो, वो भी कोई आके खेल दो सेकंड पे। उनका मकसद बताओ कि है कि सालों तो पीठ पकड़िए, मैं वो करूँगा, तो झुटके पहुँच भी पकड़ेंगे दोनों। अगर एक बार दोनों आके काम हो जाएगा 3। कोई नहीं 8 पॉइंट को ज्यादा ना होते हैं। कोई नहीं कभी भी देख, उसकी 2 एंड रेड है, ऐसे में कभी नहीं बढ़ेगा दोनों पैसे। 2 रेडर है, भीतर कोई रेडर नहीं मार रहा है। 2 रेडर खेले तो उसका काम सपोर्ट करने का, वो नहीं करने का। कोई नहीं।
All right, up next are two giants, two stalwarts, two match winners, two perfect role models. The Dupki King versus Mighty Money. And if this is not mouth-watering, Navneet will tell you what is.
I'll tell you what is mouth-watering is the second half of this contest. It was 11-all at one point in the first half. And just like they've always done, Puneri Paltan, in a span of 3 minutes, have just run away with this game and now enjoy a 9-point lead at the halfway mark. Arjun Deshwal only has the 5 points. Sunil is struggling as well in defense. But it's a good all-round team performance from Puneri Paltan, like they always do, that have helped them take the lead. 4 points for Aslam, 4 points for Pankaj, 2 points for Mohit. They just keep doing that, don't they? They keep sharing the responsibilities and they keep coming at you minute after minute ruthlessly.
Look at the rate points. Pune have 11, Jaipur have 6, Pankaj 4, Mohit 2, Aslam 4. Akash not required here. Akash in any other team would pick in their Dream 11 starting 7 any which day.
Best defensive unit, Pune. They average close to 16 points a game. They picked up 17 tackle points yesterday. They only have 3 tackle points in this match so far. So it tells you that even if their defense stays quiet on some nights, Paddy, their offense will come and pick up the points like they have so far this game.
Yeah, I mean, look, talk about them have conceded least amount of rate points per game, 14.8. Least average failed tackles, 9.5. So whenever you speak about that side, you actually speak about an impregnable defense, a tight defense. And we'll soon be heading into that defense that we've been speaking so highly about. And also the story is Arjun Deshwal off court for nearly 7 minutes now.
And for me, that's going to be make or break for the Panthers. If Arjun Deshwal cannot get onto the mat soon, I think he will very soon. In fact, it may not be him now. Gaurav Khatri will visit the bench, but Arjun Deshwal will still wait his turn to come back onto the mat. Bhavani Rajput now. Now, these are massive points, Paddy. Very important because it's not coming from Arjun, it's coming from some of their other raiders.
And that would mean they're sharing responsibility. Whenever we speak about Puneri Paltan, we speak about the fact that there's no let-up on intensity. And there is no let-up on intensity for the simple reason that there are players who are always ready to contribute from somewhere or the other. If Mohit does not pick up a rate point, Mohit will give you a tackle point. Similarly for their captain, also applies on Pankaj. Shadlu, if he's not giving you a tackle point, he'll go and he'll raid. He'll produce a super raid for you. That is the reason why this team becomes the team that it is. So Bhavani Rajput's role in that context, as you spoke about, becomes so huge.
And he needs to just back himself, believe that it's now or never. He's up against the best defensive team. He's got nothing to lose. Go out there and give it your all. Because this, if ever there is an opportunity for you to express yourself on the biggest scale, on the biggest stage, tonight is the night for Bhavani Rajput.
Okay, now success will come for somebody, either the defense or the raider, because this is do or die. And success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is a consequence of good habits. This boy has good habits. 10 seconds and under. Dupki gone. Well done, Sunil.
Fight. They will fight. And every single point will get a loud roar. And it was Reza that complimented the captain, Sunil Kumar. Have a look at the roar in the background. You can hear it. They mean business, the defending champions. We're at the Savai Mansingh. We're at the home of the Panthers, the defending champions.
Wherever the Puneri Paltan go, they make that man their den. They make that stadium their den. 7-point lead. It can twist anytime. The tables can turn. The lead can change hands. But Puneri Paltan, normally when they have the lead, they know how to consolidate it.
There he is. The good news for the Bengal Warriors is that Mighty Maninder is back in the building and he's raring to go. He's had a bit of an off time in recent times in this season. He started the season well, but if he gets ticking, you know what he's capable of. Absolute carnage on the Kabaddi mat. Now back live here, do or die raid.
One mission, one goal, 1 point, one strike! What a strike! Ladies and gentlemen, stand, rise and applaud for Shadlu.
Is it safe to just say that he is the best defender we have in the game of Kabaddi? Not just in this season, he's been doing it season after season now for 3 seasons. Oh, Shadlu, you absolute beauty.
Best defender season 8. Second best defender season 9. Who was the best defender? The jersey number 3 there, Ankush.
The audacity of that dash, the ferocity of it, and
Bonus point.
he has to decide in a split second if he's going for it, and he did. Wow.
We often speak about solo tackles. Now that was solo. He just went, he just held him, he just not leave him. And that will not leave anyone being unimpressed by their team, because look at that. Yes, Abhinesh Natarajan with that one. Has he got it? May not have got it. Arjun Deswal will win the points is what I believe here. Namni just prompted me to say that. It is a 2-point lead.
Number 4 out.
Gets the bonus as well. Well, he gets the bonus. He did cut that black line, but was there a point where he cleared the black line with his trailing foot in the air? Sanket Sawan and Abhinesh Natarajan, the 2 cover defenders. Now, we might have to take another look at this. This man means business. It's almost like he's the lone man standing in raid for an entire team. All will depend on this man's shoulders. Arjun Deswal, he's done it in the past. He took their team to the title last season. Can he do it tonight? Mighty Maninder. It's just like we said, good to see him back
Jaipur Pink
on
Panthers.
the mat.
Substitution, please
And
turn.
at this time, in the first game of the night, it's the normal that's happening.
17 out.
Whenever the Puneri Paltan will play anyone means anyone. You talk about the Jaipur Pink Panthers, who are the defending champions here, the team that beat Puneri Paltan in the final last season.
You also.
Even they are playing a second fiddle to them. They played each other once in the tournament opener. Oh, Sanket off.
Bonus plus 2 points. Jaipur
Bonus
Pink
plus 2 points there. That's a super raid.
This is what he does. When he starts to get going, Arjun Deswal, he deals in multi-point raids. That's a 3-pointer. And they're back in the hunt, are the defending champions.
And that takes Arjun Deswal's tally of raid points to 800 in the history of the league. Many more to come. Oh, that he doesn't get a point on that kick. He got 2 points from that similar style of kick yesterday.
Let's take another look at that. Yeah, he did clear the black line with the trailing foot in the air, and both the cover defenders obviously making contact, but he did well. Good extension, full stretch of the body, goes past the midline, and he picks up 2 of the star cover defenders. Look at Chadlu, look at that crouching lion in that left corner. But Arjun Deswal has his number. Oh, what a contest this!
When you can mix your kick with the toe touch, you can also confuse the best in the business.
Jaipur Pink
And
Panthers.
because they do not have a review, and I think he was just bluffing there. I think the touch was there. He knew it. He knew it. He doesn't have, the team doesn't have a review left. Oh, he was saying, oh, because we don't have a review, otherwise I would have won the point.
I like this. Mental battles. There's a contest on the number 1 raider versus the number 1 defender in the left side of the mat. Cheeky smile from Arjun Deswal. There's something brewing there. 5 points the difference now.
All right, good to see Sunil coming in yet again, which is a clear indication that he wants to take it down to a do-or-die raid. And he's the one who normally guides that traffic, handles his boys very well. He was one of the reasons why the team became defending champions last season. No bonus. Touch was there. Proper touch. We're talking about Shadlu and the antics.
Mental game, isn't it? Oh, the Ankush! The Panthers are on the prowl.
1 point.
And at the moment, they can smell some blood.
Savai Man Singh Stadium has come to life. That was as stellar as you can get. Ironclad grip, I will end your trip, my point, my boom, my story. At the moment, drop super tackle. They pounce! No! Aslam on the bench. Puneri Paltan have been reduced to 1 man standing. This is a comeback, a solid one from JPP.
You said it, Paddy. You said this can change in a jiffy, and it is. Just like how Pune ran away in the first half, it's the Panthers that are running back into this. Huge chance at the Savai Man Singh. They're down to one man standing, the Paltan, and it's Akash Shinde.
Akash, you've been sitting on the bench. They don't think you're good enough to start in the Dream 11 starting 7. Prove a point. How can you do that? There's a moment here. Announce yourself. Does he? Does he? No, he doesn't. It is the Panthers who are prowling.
Bonus point.
That is an all-out to the mightiest of the teams. And this is a huge moment in the game.
Did we say it was a 9-point lead? When? When was it a 9-point lead? Have a look at that scoreboard. It's down to 1 and it's game on.
You may not get a second chance to build a dream home, but you can make a lot of dream moments for yourself because this sport allows you to come back a lot of times. This is the 6th all-out inflicted on this team that we call Puneri Paltan. What does that tell you? It is not easy to inflict an all-out on that side because that is a side of brave hearts. We can go on and on and on talking good things about them, but at the moment, they are leading by just one. They're still leading. All-out was inflicted on them, they're still leading.
Oh, well. No, he might just take 2, maybe 3. Abhinesh is looking in absolute disbelief. Arjun Deshwal is breaking the backbone of Puneri Paltan, their defense.
The last time they played against each other, he had 17 great points. Arjun Deshwal, the free-flowing, the mind-blowing Arjun Deshwal is writing a beautiful little script here. He can flow like a river, he can hit you like a storm. You can just see him coming. And when he goes, oh no, you're not going anywhere. So now the defense is also, they're burning midnight oil at both ends.
Oh, they're fired up. They've got support of hundreds of fans at the Savai Mansingh. Momentum on their side. Pressure on the Panthers. We need a breather. You might need one too, but you don't want to go too far. 10 minutes left. Number 1 versus number 2. It's time for a Patanjali special Chyawanprash strategic timeout. Come back soon.
In this big battle of table toppers, we're coming out of this Patanjali special Chyawanprash strategic timeout. At the moment, it's a 2-point lead for Jaipur Pink Panthers. Up next is the War of Stars, I beg your pardon. UP Yodhas versus Bengal Warriors. Mighty Money versus the Dubki King Pardeep Narwal. And we'll take a look at the Dream 11 starting 7 for both teams.
On the left, Gagan Gowda in the starting 7 for the Yodhas. Obviously, Pardeep Narwal, the record breakers there. There is no Surinder Gill, so that's news that he's not back. We know that he's into 100% fit. Ashu Singh, Harendra, Hitesh Sumit and Vijay Malik, their third raider. On the right side, Mighty Money is back. He's got support in Nitin and Shrikant. That's why they're a good-looking trio as far as rating is concerned. Vaibhav Gadge, he's had some good nights. Jaskirat and the Shinde brothers. You want to be careful with Shubham Shinde in that right corner. Now let's just get back to this, because this is turning out to be one heck of a game of Kabaddi. Have a look at the difference we've seen. We've seen this game swing from one side to the other. Second passage of play completely belonging to the Paltan. Look at the third passage of play, completely to the Panthers. Now you pick a winner at your own risk.
Okay, let me tell you one more thing. Navneet and I were discussing this, and our producer Arjun really helped with this. Just 4 tackle points for Pune. What is the least number of tackle points they've had in a game in this season? 11. Versus Haryana, versus Delhi. Tonight, they only have 4. But Navneet, the beauty is, they're still trailing by just 2.
I don't know how they do that. They always manage to just stay in the game. More often than not, stay ahead of the game. Bhavani Rajput now. Now, these are testing times. These under pressure. They haven't been under the pump too often this season. Puneri Paltan. How will a bunch of young boys face pressure on the big occasions?
Okay, Dream 11 game changer contest. We'll soon have a winner here. Well done. Smile says it all. Yes, and you talk about the boys. The boys actually turn into men when they have their back against the wall. And when the chips are down, at the moment, last 10 minutes is what it has come down to. It's a 2-point lead for the defending champions, and this is a good game brewing up.
Loud roar once again because the big man is back hunting in the lines. Den, he's got 12 already, picked up 17 last time they played the Paltan. Arjun Deshwal, when the going gets tough, the big boy tends to bring his A game to the mat. And tonight, he's been stunning. He's got the better of Mohammad Reza in that left corner.
He's looked unruffled, to be honest. He's looked in control. That's the Dream 11 game changer winner. He's got smiles. He's also got support. Friends watching, families watching right here, 8:30 and under. Jaipur Pink Panthers was the winner chosen by Navneet. I had gone for Puneri Paltan. There's a battle going on in the commentary box as well. We're loving it.
Oh boy. What a game this has been so far. It's lived up to the billing, Paddy.
Mr. Hirji also had predicted Jaipur Pink Panthers, by the way.
Okay. He's probably watching somewhere. He'll join us in the com box very soon for the massive game that we have right after this. But for now, do or die raid, and it's Bhavani Rajput.
Oh, kick! What a trick! It was not just a flick, it was a hefty one into the body of the mighty Shadlu.
It's just the second point of the night. I'll tell you what, he'll put this point right up there with some of the best points this season. Because in the context of the game, this is a massive point because it comes from Bhavani Rajput and not Arjun Deshwal. Confidence for that now. Now the onus is on Pankaj Moite.
Another do-or-die raid right here. Okay, God! When sorrows come, they come not alone, but in battalions. Use your brains is what AB is saying to his babies.
Put one camera on Abhishek Bachchan. Well, he's a man who just wears his heart on his sleeve. The emotions are there for everyone to see. He feels every bit of this. Oh my goodness.
Only 5 times have an all-out been inflicted on this side. Now, it can happen the 6th time, it can happen the 7th time. It's happened 6th time previously. Oh, they are just taking the game away. Arjun and boys deserve this round of applause.
We kept wondering when the law of averages will catch up. 8-match winning streak. We kept saying there isn't a chink in their armor. Tonight, they're on the brink of facing a second all-out for the first time this season.
Now, is defense the best form of attack against Puneri Paltan, who themselves have got just 4 tackle points tonight? On the way through, Reza Mead Bagheri. What a silly, silly error coming in. Just all that you had to display was restraint. And that's a 2-point raid. And that brings a revival as well.
This could be a massive moment in this game, Paddy, because they almost negate the benefit of an all-out. Now, can Aslam Dinamdar and Aditya Shinde pull off a moment of brilliance? Can they stop Arjun Deshwal?
And they're very good in these situations. Arjun too, good thing. Both of them one side, jumps over them. He's taken minimum 1. He's happy with 1. Puneri Paltan are down to 1 man standing yet again.
And that man standing is the captain, Aslam Inamdar. Oh, he just manages to stay out of contact with Arjun Deshwal. Right, here we go. A certain Vikas Kandola did it for the Bulls when he was the lone man standing, and that started a good turnaround for the boys in red. Can Aslam Inamdar do something quite miraculous here?
Now this is more or less a do-or-die raid. Don't be happy with the bonus point that you picked. You need a touch point. Touch point brings about the revival. Gone! There is no revival amongst these hungry Pink Panthers.
All out, home toss to
They're just taking it to unimaginable heights. They're driving on the highway in the 5th gear.
Oh, defending champions for a reason. Their 10th tackle point of the night.
Puneri Paltan.
Sahil in the right corner. Sunil, Reza, they're all there. And Abhishek Bachchan loves it.
Jaipur Pink Panthers, if you're thinking you won this game already, that can be such an error to make. You are leading by 6. That is all there is to it. Up next, another one. War of Stars, Pardeep Narwal versus Mighty Maninda. And we were talking about all-out being inflicted on Puneri Paltan. Twice the all-out was inflicted on them, and that was against Haryana, and they lost that game. Remember, the only game that they've lost.
They're staring down the barrel tonight as well. Or it might just be only their 2nd defeat this season. But you know what? There are some matches where you just don't want to lose. Tonight's one of them, because you're up against your arch rival. They lost to the Panthers in the final last season. That would have hurt them big time. Redemption they got, but tonight's another night.
And now their strength of character will be tested. This is something I'm loving. Now you have your back against the wall. Normally when they would come into this phase, they would have a lead of 8, 10. Now you're trailing by 6. Come on, Puneri Paltan. Show us your mettle now.
You said they might be trailing by leading by 6 or 10 or even 20, 30, 50, 100, 200 some. They've just had an outstanding run. But now for the first time under the pump, how will they come up under pressure?
Akash Shinde, Reza, he does it with the foot. His hand is a knife.
1 point.
His foot is a spade.
Paltan. Jersey number 1 out.
That is a raid with a very well paid tag on it.
Reza's had a tough night, Paddy. 0 points tonight for Reza Mir Bagheri in 5 attempts. So he's been a good friend to Puneri Paltan.
Oh, that friendship, the tie needs to be broken, because that can really come back and haunt them. There, Stella! Arjun still does it! Support should have come early. What is coming is joy in tons for Arjun and for the Jaipur Pink Panthers. Shaddu on the bench.
I really hope that support came in. Gaurav Khatri, second guessing himself. He should have gone. He should have gone with the assist.
Sonia yet so far. 3-1 is the head-to-head battle in favor of Arjun Deswal versus Shadlu. 32-27, 3 minutes and under.
Jaipur Pink Panthers.
Sorry, the lead is 6 yet again.
There might be nights when Arjun Deshwal might pick up 20, 25 points. I think there's a review coming up here.
Yes, please come. What is your challenge? 2 points. Okay, please. TV Empire. Jaipur Pink Panther challenge 2 points. Our decision 1 point. Please review.
They're asking for another point. The Panthers. I was coming to a point where Paddy, when there might be nights when Arjun will pick up 20, 25. But the fact that he's picked up 17 on one occasion tonight, 14 unbeaten so far, against the best defensive unit, it tells you why, at the moment, there isn't anyone better than this man, Arjun Deshwal.
Yeah, because talk about the previous game that he played against them, 17 raid points. And you and I have been speaking about the fact that whenever those points come, they come at the most crucial time, when the team needs it. And he actually has been the difference between the two sides. Last time they played, 37-33 was the scoreline. Today, it's 33-27 in favor of Jaipur Pink Panthers. We still have 3 more minutes. I think it's going to be 2 points or 1.
HSP2, is it? Was there contact there? Ankush saw something immediately, and which is why Arjun Deshwal goes up after looking at his teammates go up in unison. Oh, let's take another look at this. Gaurav Khatri in the danger zone. If this is a 2-pointer, this could well seal the game for the defending champions. Decision coming.
Okay, thank you. Review unsuccessful. 1 point, Jaipur Pink Panthers. Captain,
Just
no more reviews. Your review is over.
Just the 1 point. There'll be a lot of nights where you'll be okay going down second best. tonight is not a night where you want to end up second best.
All right, Bengaluru Bulls in a game were trailing by 8, 3 minutes and under. Hey, well done. 3 seconds. Sahul gone. Akash Shinde with the kick. The difference is 5 points.
1 point, Puneri Paltan.
5 is doable. Paddy, you were on comms when Bengaluru Bulls did what they did against, was it the Pirates?
Yeah, and they were trailing by 8. 2:36 left on the clock. The Bulls won by 2 points. So a difference of 10 points within 2.5 minutes. So this is pretty doable as well. And this is the time when games are won and battles are lost. 3-1 for the moment. Individual battle going on between Arjun and Chadlu.
Oof. You can feel the pressure here. Oh, he's gone. I think even Abhinesh Natarajan, has he gone out as well? Is this 1 point on either side?
Sun, wait. ये तो center line cross करेगा.
Is Arjun Deshwal even out? He's on the mat. Now Abhinesh with the dash. Arjun Deshwal, does he go through? Oh, I think he's out. But is there someone who's gone out with him? Gaurav Khatri, Abhinesh Natarajan.
Do they have a review? I think Puneri Paltan may just end up using their review on this one. They don't have a review. Jaipur Pink Panthers don't have a review either. So gone. You can only take one unsuccessful review.
Bonus plus 1 point. Jaipur Pink Panthers.
Now,
Jersey number
bonus
4.
plus 1. How can that be? How can that be? That's the, Arjun did not cross the midline.
Wow. We probably won't get time to take another replay
Jersey number 1
of that raid from Arjun Deshwal, but it's a 2-pointer and a massive moment in this game. Akash Shinde will drag one back for the Paltan, but is it a little too late for the table toppers? 6 points, the difference with less than 2 on the clock.
And look at that. 152 the score difference. So now it has not come to the point that Puneri Paltan going into a contest will think about taking 1 point from the game. Here, realistically, they should think about this, because that 1 point can really mean a lot. You know how crucial and how cunning life can be. Some days you are as rich as an Arab, the other day you don't even have money to buy pistachio nuts.
90 seconds on the clock. Is it a little too much? Is it a little too much to do, Paddy, for the Paltan? Here's what they have for the rest of their home leg. They won against the Titans yesterday in a close game. Tonight, Paltan, Mumba and the Steelers left for them. Here's the tough move once again. Arjun Deshwal. Let's take another look at this. Is that clear? Is that clear? Now here's... see. That's really tough to say, Paddy.
Yeah, that was a tough move, super hit given. There was another one which can be a bone of contention. Record breaker, Mighty Money coming up next. War of Stars for you. We're seconds away from watching that game, but we've got unfinished business left one in this mighty encounter here. That one where Arjun was granted a point and a bonus. I'm still wondering why the 1 point was granted, despite the fact Arjun was not there. Now he's got 2. Now he's got 2.
2 points.
And it's going to be in under 7 seconds. What does that do? It brings the deficit down to 4, and it brings the time on the clock is 1:22. Well done.
Make no mistake, Puneri Paltan aren't going to play defensive. They're going to go all out. They don't lose. They ain't going to go down without a fight. Not tonight. Now, Arjun Deshwal is going to slow the clock down, roll it down by 28, 29 seconds. And there's going to be another quick raid. Maybe another potential multi-point raid attempted from Jaipur Pink Panthers.
I see minimum 3 raids happening from after this one. Minimum 3. Now, whatever needs to be done from Puneri Paltan will have to be done fairly quickly. 4, 3, 2. He'll have to go back. Yes, he goes back in time. Substitution has been taken by... Is Lucky that's coming in for Jaipur Pink Panthers.
7 out, 18.
Why is Aslam not going? Now, that's one thing. I mean, they're sending what? Akash Shinde at the moment? No. It's Aditya Shinde actually. He thinks he's got a point. He thinks he's got a point in under 4 seconds. Hold on. If the point is granted, it's not a bad choice at all.
Puneri Paltan.
And Lucky comes.
Lucky was not unlucky. The raider was very good.
Oh, Lucky goes off. We're wondering why not Aslam Inamda, but Lucky Sharma does it in a matter of 5 seconds. Now, Arjun will once again roll it down. Wow. 3 points the difference now. It's a do-or-die raid. It's a do-or-die raid. He's got to make something happen.
Now don't give him the bonus. Now you must put a ban on that bonus. Yes, they should not give it. 3 points separate the two teams. This is a crucial moment. He's staying away. Shadlu will pounce very soon. You don't need to go towards him. Now he goes. And he's picked up a bonus before that, has he? If he has picked a bonus, he just might have done and just might have taken the game away from Puneri Paltan. But why would you allow him that bonus?
I'm too sure if he has the bonus, Paddy. We don't have a confirmation yet. Huge moment this.
Raider out. Wait.
All right, now what this does is bonus was not granted.
Puneri Paltan.
1 point to Puneri Paltan. It's a rough super tackle opportunity. Sunil will try to push him back, and well done. Okay, so now what is the difference between the two teams?
Puneri Paltan.
Just 1 point. Just 1 point it should be. It should be
Substitution.
34-35.
Jaipur Pink Panthers.
If I'm not, it has to be 34-35. So now don't allow the Raider to cross the box line. If you manage to do that, then this game is going to end in a tie. And this is also the last man standing. You will win this. Because for inflicting an all-out, you will win 2 points. This is a brilliant game. It will all come down to not allowing the Raider to cross the box line. Now, Neith, all yours. Take it away.
Or what they will do is play it safe and play for a tie by conceding the point. What is Bhavani Rajput going to do? Oh my goodness, what a game. Don't. Oh, he's good in the touch. He's good in the touch on Aslam Inamdar.
Jaipur Pink Panthers.
And we have a winner. An 8-match winning streak comes to the end. And Jaipur Pink Panthers, the defending champions, have beaten the table toppers, and the Savai Man Singh Stadium absolutely goes berserk.
Tentative, butterfingers, and Abhishek Bachchan knows the joy of beating Puneri Paltan in this humdinger. At their home, Jaipur Pink Panthers, the defending champions, have clinched a fabulous win. If at all you will pick one game in my memory that I need to say was the best so far, it is this. Tight, intriguing, what a comeback from Puneri Paltan right there at the end. But at the end, the final hurrah and the decisive blow goes to the defending champions. Jaipur Pink Panthers convincingly win this one, 36-34. What a game, tight, intriguing at its best.
Like you said, this may just go down as one of the great games, not this season, but in the history of PKL. Arjun Deshwal turned up on the night. 17 points in the last occasion, 16 points tonight. Abhishek Bachchan knows it. He knows how big this is. It's the Panthers that have pulled off a heist against a team that we thought were invincible.
Now, when there's a last trade happening in a game and all 3 results are a possibility, it simply tells you one thing. What a mouth-watering encounter we've seen. Yes, they did not enjoy all the faces, Puneri Paltan, but what they did in the last 90 seconds was simply remarkable. Tackle points 5 for the captain of Jaipur Pink Panthers, and that played a huge hand in the side winning the contest. Up next is something mighty.
Go get yourself quickly something to eat, drink, whatever it is. Come back to your television screens, because the 2 biggest boys in the game of Kabaddi are back in business. Pardeep versus Mighty Money. The Yodhas against the Warriors. We've just witnessed something quite outstanding. We think it's going to continue into a big Saturday night. Stay tuned.